Hi, this is Stylish, and this time I'm going to show you how to do the new popular strong FD opening in turn versus protoss. This strategy has become really popular on maps such as Medusa, because on Medusa it's really popular for protoss to do either a 14 nexus or a 2-gate goon pressure build. So on maps without a ramp, this strategy is really good. It's also very good on maps, for example, like Tau Cross, Longinus or Longinus or however you pronounce it. And maps without a ramp, you really need to have some kind of a strong opening, because a 2-gate goon pressure build will otherwise punish you. This build is specially designed to be able to pressure that 2-gate build, so it won't be able to hurt you and you will get your expansion up earlier. And it's also designed to be able to punish the 14 nexus at a timing where his economic hasn't kicked in yet. So it's a really good build to do versus 14 nexus as well. So I would suggest that you actually play this build on Medusa. So I'm gonna walk you through the build order here. You place a 9 supply, and then you place a 10 racks with that SCV making the supply, and a 10 refinery. So that's where it differs from the normal FD opening, where you place the barrack at 11 and a refiner at 11. So you get it at 10, 10, and that's gonna give you a lower economy, but a faster tank. And the difference between these two strategies is that with the normal FD opening, you make one tank, 5 to 6 marines, and then vultures to pressure him. And with this stronger FD opening, you're gonna make 8 marines, 2 tanks, and then start vulture production. So it's gonna be a lot stronger, but also it's gonna be a bit more risky versus like a 1-gate DT rush build. But on maps without a ramp, it's really easy to detect any sort of attempt to do such a build. So when the barrack is finished, you take that SCV and make a factory. It's going to be at 15 of 18, and then make a marine. Also be sure to take SCVs off gas, so when you have 100 gas, you're only going to have 1 SCV mining gas. And then you make a supply depot at 16, and you stop marine production after the first marine for a little while, because there's going to be a little time here where you have to choose whether to make a marine or an SCV. And I would suggest that you make SCVs in the beginning here rather than marines, and just make marines when you can't afford to make both marines and SCVs. But of course, if it's doing a zealot rush or something like that, you should choose to make marines rather than SCVs. Anyway, when the factory is finished, you take that SCV and make a supply depot. It's going to be on 22 of 26, and at the same time you take back 2 SCVs into gas again, so you will have 3 SCVs in gas. Now just keep making SCVs and marines. So as soon as the machine shop is actually finished, I just take those SCVs off gas again, so I will have 1 SCV in gas, because you're not going to have the need for so much gas, and it's really important that you take them and mine minerals instead, so you get economics up faster. When your 3rd supply is up, you place a 4th supply with that SCV really fast. Just keep making SCVs and marines, and just before the first tank pops out, then I put the SCVs back in the gas again and make a 2nd tank. Then when you have about 100 gas, you can take away 2 SCVs from gas again. So it's really a bit back and forth, and you don't have to do it like that if you're a very low ranked player, but to utilize this build you should do it. After 8 marines, you just lift your racks and float it to your expansion. Also be sure to bring 1 SCV when you move out here. It's going to be 8 marines, 2 tanks, and then vulture production. After you've started making your 2nd tank, that's when you add a mine upgrade. At the same time as you move out, take yet another SV and move him towards the expansion so you can be able to place a command center there when you move out. And then you make your second vulture, and then you make a supply depot at 40 supply. After the second vulture, you're gonna start making just tanks. And here I'm just killing off my own units to show you that your units is actually gonna die like one by one here in the attack, of course. So your supply will pop down here a little bit, and you won't need to make more than one extra supply here on 40. And then you can follow up here with a lot of things. Usually you would like to get some scouting information. So when you're doing this, don't mind if you queue up like 2, 3 or even 4 SVs in your command center at home, and just keep making hotkey your factory and keep making tanks when you're doing this attack. Try to lay a mine at his expansion so he cannot place his expansion there, and also place a mine, just to try to kill units. And also just try to sneak in with a vulture or whatever to see his tech to be able to do the proper follow-up. I hope you like this build order. This is Stylish.